Hi everybody, welcome to this quick live stream. I just thought I'd jump on and share a few do's and don'ts with you about websites. Now this week I was part of the judging panel on the Luxury Bed and Breakfast Magazine Awards, and my category that I was given by the panel was online marketing and social media, which is actually the hardest category to judge. And that's no disrespect to anybody about what they've got going on, but really hosts are brilliant at hosting and making people feel comfortable and making people feel welcome. You do a great job doing that. If you're new to this, I'm sure you got into this business because that's what you enjoy doing, just being with people and helping them to feel comfortable. And if you're an established owner, I know that you love doing that, and that is the part of the job that I know that most people love, right? What they don't love is the online marketing thing, and it's a pity really, because it has become, like it or not, a really big part of what you do as your job as a B&B owner or innkeeper. And it was a hard category to judge because pretty much everybody was doing it not very well, shall we say. And it's not their fault, it's no one's fault. They just get bad advice, or they get no advice at all, and they think, well, they'll just put up a website and it'll be fine, right? It's so much more than that, so much more than that. So if you've paid for a web designer to build your website, that's great, but it's more than that as well. That's just the beginning of your online presence, if you like. Website designers aren't marketers. They like pretty stuff, and they like design, and they like color and all that, which is all very necessary, but they're not quite so good with the functionality of a website, or even the psychology that's necessary to build a good website for your B&B or your inn. So I'm going to give you some do's and don'ts from what I saw on the judging, the B&Bs that I judged this week. I'm going to give you some helpful do's and don'ts, which I hope will be helpful for you. But first I want to explain what a website is and what it is not. And if you're joining me live, then thank you. If you're not joining me live, that's fine. Just give me a hi in the comments box if you're here live, and if you're not live, if you're looking on the replay, then just put hashtag replay. And if you have any questions, just pop them underneath and I'll come back and answer them in a little while. Okay, so I'm going to give you, I think I've got 6 things, there might be 7, I'm not sure. I might think of another one as I go along, about do's and don'ts about on your website. Okay, so let me first explain to you what a website is and what a website isn't, in fact. Okay, so your website is like your home online, right? It's like a visual representation of your property online, and you need to treat it as such, right? You need to treat it as your home in cyberspace. And it's not something that you put up and you leave it and you never return to it. That's not what you do with your property. You're constantly moving things around with your property, right? Putting artwork up here and then trying it over there, adding new accessories, changing cushions, changing colors. You want to think of your website in the same way. So you want to be always moving it, making it change, keeping it lively, fresh and dynamic, for not just visual, eye candy, if you like, for potential bookers, but also for the search engines as well, which I'll come to in a second. So the first thing I've got down here is thinking about your website as your home online, your home page, the first page that most people land on when they visit your website, is really your entrance hall, right? It's like you open the door and you say welcome, right? So you need to treat that home page with great care. You need to have a clear and simple pathway for visitors to get involved in the content of your website and therefore stay longer on it. And the longer they stay on it, of course, the more chances you have to build the trust that you need to build with them, so that they feel safe handing over their credit card to book online or to give you a call, or however you take bookings. Don't clutter up your entrance hall, your homepage, with everything. I see this a lot, and particularly this week as I've been scrutinizing people's websites. There's too much clutter in the entrance hall. There's like widgets and flashing bits and colored bits and pop-ups, and no, don't do that on the home page, right? Keep your entrance hall very uncluttered, simple, so that it's easy for me to walk into as a potential guest. Have an online booking reservation, online booking system on your website. Even if you prefer to speak to people before they arrive, you can still do that once they've made their booking, but guests want the flexibility of being able to book whenever they're ready, not when you're there to answer the phone or answer an email. So like I say, you can follow up after they booked with a call if you want to. There are dozens of online reservation systems to choose from. Shop around and make sure you get the one that works for your business. And I recommend that you don't have your website tied into or built by your online reservation system. I know Evivo do this, I know Little Hotelier do this. They're not usually very functional websites at all, and it's often very difficult to make changes on those websites because, again, online reservation systems don't know much about marketing either. They're very good at what they do, right? Don't talk about yourself and your awards. I saw so much of this week on the websites that I was asked to judge on. Saw so many people talking about themselves and their awards and their great breakfast and their comfortable beds and their TripAdvisor reviews. And you know, you have to ask yourself, that's all wonderful and it's all great, right? But the reader, the visitor who's just stepped into your entrance hall, you wouldn't say that, would you? You wouldn't say any of that to a new visitor. You would say, hello, welcome. Here's what you can expect to experience here, so that they're wowed at the first moment that they arrive on your website. And if you talk about, you know, the experience that they're going to have when they stay with you, you will pull them into the story while they're reading, which means that they get involved again with your content, and so that you can keep them on your website for longer, which means you've got a better chance of them making a booking, okay? So let me see, where am I at? Yes, have a clear statement that makes people go, ooh, this is for me, that actually speaks to the people that you want to welcome. And it's not just all about, you know, how wonderful you are and how wonderful the house is or how historic the house is. You know, that's all lovely. You can put that somewhere else, but don't put it on the homepage, which is your entrance hall. Have something much more visitor centric, if you like, customer centric, so that you're actually welcoming them into your entrance hall and they feel like, this feels good. This feels good, I want to book. So yes, don't leave your website to languish in the internet graveyard. I saw a lot of this week as well. You need to bring it to life with regular content, regular new content, keeping it fresh and lively, like in the form of blog posts. That is the easiest way to keep your website constantly updated. And you don't need to be a writer like J.K. Rowling. You only need to be able to cobble together 250 to 300 words and a lovely image depicting what you're talking about, and then a bit of keyword optimization, so writing for the search engines, which is another topic for another day. But this is great for being seen more by Google and pushing yourself further up the search engines, especially when you write about what's going on in your area, because this can give you a huge advantage over the online travel agents who don't do that, right? Without paying for any advertising, and your blog effectively becomes your own advertising platform for free when you write your blog posts around some good search for keywords. Okay, as I say, it's a topic for another day. Don't be beholden to your website developer or your hosting company for simple changes like adding blog posts, creating new pages, or adding images to your website. Do make sure that you can log into the back-end admin panel of your website and make those changes yourself. There's nothing worse than being held up when you have a burst of inspiration or creativity and you're held up by somebody else, some webmaster somewhere who's got a queue of people in front of you, and he'll get to you a week on Thursday, right? I mean, it just makes everything go flat. You need to kind of act in the moment. Oh, I see I'm just out walking my dog and I see that Pedro's restaurant is now, which closed down during COVID, is now coming to life again with, I don't know, Jose's restaurant, right? You need to write about that. People want to know what's new in your area, and that's a great thing to write about. And let's face it, with the B&B, there's always something new to write about, right? Because you are the ambassador for your area, and it's really easy to do that when you put yourself into that space. So don't be beholden to any website developer that you have to keep paying to make those simple changes on your website. That doesn't mean that you take over everything about your website, because there are some technical things that you don't need to get involved with. But certainly for creating blog posts, new pages, and uploading images and videos, then you need to be able to do that yourself, right? So that you can strike when the iron's hot. You need to be in charge of your home online, just as you are in charge of your home offline, right? You are in charge. Now, and the last thing is, unless you're a professional web designer or developer yourself, then I strongly encourage you not to build your website yourself. And especially don't ask a friend or a family member to build it for you either, because you'll be beholden to them as well. You need to get a professional to build your website for you and then hand it over to you so that you run it. A bit like buying a new car. It's built in the factory, and when you buy it and you take it over, you put the keys in and you can drive it, right? You don't have to keep asking the manufacturer how you drive the car, or how you put petrol in or gas in, or how you pump up the tires. You can do all those things. Well, some of us can, right? So just make sure that you have all of the hidden compliances taken care of by a professional web designer and developer from the get-go, and so that you're all compliant with Google as well, and verified by Google on Google My Business as well. There are lots of little things that developers and designers know about that we don't need to know about as hosts, but we do need to be able to drive the thing ourselves. And the last tip, and I've mentioned it already, and I'm going to keep mentioning, right, because it's so important. If you can get over yourself and bring yourself to use video, it will set you apart from everyone else in your neighborhood. I saw no videos of any consequence during my judging session this week for the Luxury B&B magazine, and I was saddened to hear that, to see that in fact. If you can do video, get over yourself, you can set yourself up to be way ahead of the competition in your area, and you'll be favored by Google, because Google owns YouTube. You host your videos on YouTube, and then you embed them onto your website. So you've got a double or triple whammy going on there to give you more oomph, if you like, with the search engine gods, and to push you up there, to get you seen by your ideal potential guests. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll come back and answer them for you. And also let me know if this has been helpful to you. Hello Paul, nice to see you there. Yes, isn't that interesting? So let me know in the comments if this has been helpful. I'm going to do another video soon, I don't know when, on what I noticed when I was judging the Luxury B&B magazine awards on social media as well. Some people have got it going on well, most people haven't, in fact, and there's lots of little things you can do without any, with just a little bit of time, a little bit of knowledge can help you a lot in getting yourself set up correctly on social media so that you can build your brand online, which is what you need to do. Okay, hello Barbara, nice. I'm glad it was helpful. Thanks Paul, thanks very much. So if you're watching the replay, then do hashtag replay and let me know if you have any questions. Happy to come back and answer them for you. Hello Laura. Yeah, I need to get over the video phobia. Everyone has it, but you're over it already, Laura. You've already done some lovely videos, so just give yourself credit. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave it there. Won't take up too much of your time. I'll come back and do another one on what I noticed on social media when I was judging this week. So bye for now. Have a great day. Bye.